Coffee lovers, what is happening? Today we are doing OG and Zeta Gundam opening reaction. You guys are probably wondering, what is this stuff on my face? My skin is peeling. I did a skin peel, so I'm just waiting for the next 2 days for it to all peel away. Don't worry, I'm not going through nothing. Appreciate you guys. If you guys have concerns, or if you guys are roasting me, then whatever, fuck you too. I'm joking. Let's on with the video. Now, I don't know if you guys have been waiting for this one, because it's crazy how we're doing the OG opening kind of a little bit late into the World Tour series. But what do I have to say about it? Gundam, this is the pioneer show of just the whole mecha series that we know is to be successful today. Gundam, right? It's as many iterations of what the original mobile suit came out kind of look like. If you guys remember, I believe it was the 20th anniversary where they had all the main Gundams kind of shipping off the core flyer. A lot of iterations. Even Ready Player One, that was the closest we had so far to a real life adaptation of Gundam, and they did pretty good service to that, like with just the markings of the Gundam, the beam sword, everything. I wish they had the beam rifle, but I was geeking out when I saw that in the theaters. I was like, oh shit, Gundam is gonna clap this Mecha Godzilla. But anyway, yes, the original Gundam, it's definitely an iconic mobile suit. I do believe, I actually think it's a very clean and very simplistic looking mobile suit, but don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean it doesn't have the firepower. And just because it's simplistic doesn't mean it's not cool. I think it's very cool, actually, how it can be so simply structured, but just one or two tweaks here and there and you can make it look really good. Anyway, original Gundam came out in 1979, so a long time. So what we have to keep in mind with the opening is that sound has to probably correspond with that time period. So we can't fairly judge the openings we have now and kind of really compare it with the ones before. But what we can compare is actually the overall theme and the artistic message they're trying to send to us when they do openings. So without further ado, let's get into opening one. Let's go. Now, before we get started, if you guys are loving what you guys are seeing, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe for your boy. It helps with the channel. Appreciate it. And now let's jump into it. Now, what's crazy is I couldn't find the actual opening off YouTube, so I had to go into the episode to find it. But let's go. Ooh, I like that, that ramping drum roll. Oh, it's so old. Holy. This sound is so old. Oh, that's from that's a shot from Destiny, but obviously Destiny copied this, but that was sick. What I like about it, it has this military march kind of vibe to it. You know what I mean? It has this patriotic vibe. It's like we have to, because it's we're in the perspective of the Federation, so it has a very Federation patriotic vibe to it. Gun tank, very cool. Gun cannon, very cool. The trumpets are definitely hitting hard still. That was opening one. It was actually pretty good artistically. It wasn't bad. Given the time, animation is just kind of in its infancy stages. I love the vision they had, actually. The vision they had, just even at that time, the pilot going into the core, the core flyer, him saluting when he goes in the core flyer, the assembly of the Gundam itself, just very cool shots in itself. And of course, I get the theme that they're going for here. Just, me speculating. It's very patriotic. Our heroes, Federation. I don't think we got any sorry, not Zaft. I keep thinking of Gundam Seed. Xeon shots anywhere. So definitely very simplistic. It definitely sings about our heroes. We could definitely get behind it. You know what I mean? Because when we see this, we want to cheer for our heroes. We were like, oh shoot, this episode's coming. What's Amuro gonna do? Love it. Pretty great so far. Opening 1 at the time, you know what I mean? So definitely pretty good for what it was at the time, and the artistic vision they had for the shots still carry weight into the Gundam openings we have now. So it just goes to show how visionary they took these kind of Gundam openings. Of course, things did improve over time, but just some of the core elements still stick around today. So opening 1, definitely great, definitely very iconic, definitely very solid. Let's get into Gundam Zeta. So before this one starts, I myself have never seen Gundam Zeta. I think this is kind of in the same of course in the UC century, but I don't know what the actual plot line is. I know of the Mobile Suit Gundam Zeta. I don't really know too much about the plot and whatnot, so you know, this is gonna be new for me. Let's get into it. I know you guys are gonna purity test me. You guys are gonna be like, yo, you're not a real Gundam fan. Yo, I'm telling you, like, nowadays anime, I'm gonna need to like Gundam has just kind of fallen off for me, I'm not gonna lie. So like going back to old series can be kind of hard. But with that being said, let's jump into it. Gundam Mobile Suit Zeta opening 1. Oh, it has that Gundam 1. That Gundam 1's like drum roll. Yo, this is pretty fucking sick. I love this like grand like instrumentals that they're trying to do right now. Ooh, you know I'm a sucker for those Gundam noises. All the power-ups? You know I'm a sucker for like the mechanics of the Gundams included into the opening. Oh, is this it? There's no lyrics? Interesting. Is that Amuro? Yeah, it is Amuro. And that's bright. Woo! This is very unique. It's a pretty ballsy direction, I'm not gonna lie. Them no lyrics, it's more of like an anthem. Oh, that's it. You know what? Off the I'd say 10-15 seconds of the opening, I was actually pretty pumped. I loved it. It was great. I love this. The original Gundam like kind of drum roll, that like progression, but this part, it really takes the cake for me. This part right here. That like the Z kind of lighting up. And then it has this like very grand like entrance kind of sound to it. It kind of feels like when I'm watching like a battleship kind of emerge. That's the type of vibe I'm getting off the sound. Or this like grand mobile suit coming into fruition. I love this like intro that I got going on for us. With the launches, yeah, it's definitely pretty sick. Oh, you know what it is? It sounds like in the middle of an episode when a new weapon is being deployed. It sounds like this is the type of music you want to play to hype up that new weapon. A prime example would be like, I don't know, let's say for an example, the Strike Freedom first launch, or the first launch of the Gundam, or the first launch of this new prototype weapon that we got going on. It sounds like that's what this soundtrack is gonna play us into. But very creative, not gonna lie. This is probably the first opening I've seen with no lyrics, as a big budget as Gundam as itself. Surprised they went this direction. It surprisingly worked. Not much more to say to it. The visuals were definitely pretty cool. You know, the basic saluting, launching of the pilots, and then we have our opposing forces, Zeon, coming in. Really hard for me to put more emotion into the opening without lyrics or more notes in the song. But nonetheless, I get what they're going for here. Not bad at all. Definitely surprising. Let's get into opening 2. Let's get it. Zeta Gundam opening 2. Woo! Beam shots. Oh, it has such a like old school vibe to it. It has like such a 80s 90s kind of vibe to it. This one's lyrics. I'm gonna need to turn this one up. Oh, that's right. The Gundam is actually like a flyer. This Char is an ally, right? He's not an enemy, if I'm correct. I'm definitely feeling the cosmic vibe off this. Art style is definitely very cool. I love this art style. All right, Bright. All right, Amuro. Yeah, they're friends, right? They're not actually enemies. I'm getting Turn A vibes. You guys remember that the video we did, Turn A Gundam? I'm getting that kind of sound from it. But I mean, maybe that's just the sound of the times, right? Huh. Okay. Surprising. This one's definitely a surpriser. They went back to lyrics. They went back to an OST. You know what? It's definitely great. It's definitely a little bit refreshing. The art style, can't knock on the art style. The art style, you know, they pour in mad money into this. Love what they did with it. Love the instrumentals as well. Like, I feel like I'm pretty sure it's the piano, right? The piano at that time, it has a very 80s 90s sound. Absolutely. Any like soundtrack kind of mimics the same vibe that it gets from back then. Definitely pretty good. I actually like this one more than opening one. Not because it has lyrics in it, but it kind of has a more emotional feeling to it. Doesn't really matter if it has lyrics or not. It has a more emotion base to it. And it definitely speaks out to me a little bit more. Nonetheless, pretty solid overall. Let's get into Double Zeta opening 1. All right, Double Zeta. Again, like regular Zeta, I've never seen this show. I actually love the suit. The suit is actually very cool. It reminds me of the Virtue Gundam. Double Zeta is definitely one of the sickest suits ever, just because this is like this bulky Gundam that's just like very heavy. It's like it has a high mega and whatnot, so it's definitely a very cool mobile suit. Nonetheless, let's jump into the opening. Oh, that robotic sound that it has in the background, that's pretty cool. That's a cool shot. Ooh. Oh, that's sick. That's sick. I don't think they would actually do that. Give us the mobile suit. Oh, is that the regular Zeta? I like this slowdown period. The slowdown period is definitely very cool. Yeah, that's our guy again. So what's the story behind it? Like, why is there a regular Zeta and then the Double Zeta? Does the Double Zeta come after the regular Zeta? Or do they both exist in the same time? Ooh. Damn, the instrumentals. It was a pretty great opening. It's a banger. I love this part. I want to go back to this part right here. This part right here. Oh, like you hear that? Like when I guess the main backup singers or the main singers are kind of doing their thing. There's that robotic after singing. That was so sick. I love it. That was pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie. Some other shots I like. I love this shot right here. This shot is really cool. An unpowered or unphased armored Gundam. No coloration. And then it pans right up, and then we get our eyes light up. definitely very cool. And this shot right here with the skull and the evolution of humans into like an Amuro. Like, what the heck? That's pretty unique. I've never seen that, I'm gonna be honest. It didn't give us a showcase of the double Zeta Gundam. It's still the Zeta Gundam, so what it leads me to believe is, I guess for the first half of the season we get the regular Zeta, and in the other half we get the double Zeta actually appear. I don't know what the story is behind that, or maybe it's the regular Zeta just a little bit more armored up. I don't know. Didn't watch the show, but nonetheless, as an opening as it is, this beats out Zeta opening 2. This one is just, it's such a like, it's such a good, ominous feeling to it, with just the robotic backup singing and just the shots that they give us, like even with the skull and the evolution and the I guess supposed combat shots we get with the Zeta as well. Definitely pretty great. I'm loving the progression of how these openings are going. Like, we started from the original Gundam, went to Zeta, and then we're in double Zeta. You can see the evolution of these openings and just how much they learned from previous ones and how much they port over to the current ones. And you can see, like, even just the openings today, the elements that they're taking from just the OGs, and they're still implementing that today. Like you know, the phrase says, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I love how they just keep adding on to it and just taking some of the original elements of what made an opening great. So I'm loving the progression I'm seeing. Let's jump into Gundam Zeta Opening 2. Let's finish strong. Double Zeta Opening 2. See, like, if you compare all the openings during that time, it all retains the same, like, instrumental sound. Like a Gundam Wing Turn A kind of vibe. Oh, double Zeta, that looks sick. I want to know what the story is behind that. Like, why is Admiral still here? Oh, so it's a squad. Is it? Regular Zeta, double Zeta. Oh, is it like a Megazord? Oh! I love it. Oh, double Zeta is so sick. I love this song. I love this song. Woo! I love this song. This is sick. This one definitely blew me away. I want to go to the chorus. The chorus is definitely something I love. Like, just the build up, the transformation of the actual mobile suit. See, like, what? That is so sick. Bro, that is, oh man, that is fire. Chef's kiss, all that shit. Like, I love how, like, opera sounding this music is, but I don't know why it works so well with the double Zeta opening. Like, for some reason, it's definitely has this space opera vibe to it. I mess with it so heavy. This one is definitely the one that takes the cake. And I feel like this one is actually the iconic song for double Zeta as it is, right? What I mean by that is, when I played the game Extreme Versus, this was the song that they played in the opening, if I recall, because that, like, chorus is so distinct. But nonetheless, out of all the openings I have enjoyed so far for this video, this one is definitely the one that is just amazing. The instrumentals, the music, the lyrics, everything is so fire. I had a great time doing this. This was definitely a great throwback to, or not even throwback for you guys watching, but definitely a good revision into the OGs, the foundation of Gundams, and just seeing the progression and, you know, the way they paved for the Gundam openings, just like the pilot shots, the assembly shots, the team shots, everything is definitely elements from the original series. You can definitely pinpoint that in new openings. Of course, new openings, they have been, you know, doing their own thing for a while now. They've been having more elements that evolved so much from the original ones, but you can definitely pinpoint where they took notes from the OGs. So nonetheless, great openings overall. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I don't know what's next going to be in the Gundam list. I actually don't know. Maybe Thunderbolts. I don't know. Drop a suggestion down below which Gundam openings I missed. Maybe I'll do endings, maybe, but I love just a select few shows of their endings. But nonetheless, tell me what I'm missing, guys, to end off this world tour. Had a great time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.